Wow, book now. White water rafting in Cagayan de Oro. Oh, very, very nice. We're in Davao, so you can do that if you want to. Now, I'm going to go into this mobile phone shop. It's Xiaomi or My. Let's have a look. Young lady's walking away. Okay, so this is the T15. I've done a vlog on this before, but today I'm just looking at what you can get. They have a whole range of phones. This phone's got MediaTek or Snapdragon, depending whether you get the Pro or you get the basic model. The basic model is 24,000, which is about £250, and the Pro is about £300. Comes standard with 512 storage. None of that 128 gobbledygook that they flog you off in the UK or in Europe. Serious storage. And don't give me this garbage to go and do storage in the cloud, because you have to pay for the cloud. This actually has it inside. Triple camera, 200 megapixel. Very, very nice. Wonder why Chinese phones rule the world, because they're bloody good. This one is the 17. This is the same, well, apart from the chip, it runs a Snapdragon Gen 8. Is the same spec as a what do they call iPhone 17, but this one is only 400 quid. Yeah, not £1,500 for an iPhone. It's got exactly the same spec, comes in the same colours, comes with a little smartwatch, but I can't see that. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's the Xiaomi 17. It's new, and it kicks ass. They do a whole range of stuff here, Xiaomi. So let's go and have a walk. I'm going to go to Huawei, because you don't usually get that when you're in Europe, because it's been banned, because the powers to be turn around and say that they're taking your security and they're taking your personal information. Well, at the end of the day, in the UK, they sell all of our personal information to a company called Paladin. So this is Oppo. I've had a couple of their phones. They're okay. They're not spectacular. The Zeus, very, very nice. But as I said, we're going that way to Huawei. There's something I want to have a look at. They do mobile phone shops really quickly in this country. 1 minute they're open, 1 minute they're not. So this one is coming soon. Okay. There's the iPhone Centre. Yeah, Apple Centre. They have an orange iPhone 17 in there for £1,800. 1,800. How many meals could you turn around and get for that if you bought somewhere else? Opposite is Samsung. Exactly the same. Massive cost on the phone. Vivo. Vivo are doing a thing called the S70, the V70 at the moment, and it's the second best selling phone in Asia. Not in Europe, but in Asia. A couple of million units. But up here, I'm going to go and have a look at a phone that costs 224,000 peso, which is around £2,200. Yeah. So this is plus. So it comes in all these really, really nice colours. So it looks like two phones there, doesn't it? Comes with headphones, but it's not. There we go. This is called a triple phone. It has one phone there, and there, and it all folds up into a little A little phone. Look at that. Yeah? It's got a really, really nice texture. It phones in 3. It's called a Z Fold. So what that means is, wait, let me get it in the hole. I'm trying to see it, Gary, because I'm not, my eyes aren't brilliant. What actually happens is this one folds underneath, this one folds on the top, and you turn it over and you've got a normal phone like this. But these phones are not sold in the UK or Europe or America, because they turned around and said that the chip was sending personal details back to China, Huawei. A bit like Paladin, isn't it, with the NHS and security information back in the UK, but nobody goes on about that, do they? There's all these different. So these are laptops or notepads, but they use Harmony, which is the Huawei system. Look at that clarity. They are half the price of an iPhone, of an iPad. Half the price. And they got better technology because the iPad hasn't been updated in years. I've had more birthdays than the iPad. So you got these little tablets, 5750, wireless charging. Comes with one of these watches, which turns around, tells you all the gobbledygook that you want. Your heart rate, your monitor, your healthness, your steps. But it also turns around, you can talk to it and it will turn around and connect you to your car. So if you've got Wi-Fi in your car, which everybody does now, you can actually access your car to turn on the AC before you get in your car. Now, years ago, I used to turn around and get in my car and turn on the AC. Now you can do it from when you're in the supermarket. They've got all these techno watches. Look at them all. I can't read them because they're all too small for me. But the youngsters of the world can turn around and do that. So this is Huawei, a phenomenal brand. Absolutely phenomenal. So you've got the Duo and you've got the Triple. You can get 10 grand discount on that. 10,000 peso. It's 150 quid off. Or 180 quid, whichever one you want to look at. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. The tech that is here, Huawei mate, the tech that is here between the Chinese brand and the Western brands. Okay, the Korean brands are Samsung. That's great, no problem at all. I don't tend to go near Samsung. A lot of my friends use Samsung. I can't get on with it. I don't know what it is. I use Pixel. I use Google, which is what I'm vlogging on at the moment with this phone. But the technology is so far ahead at the moment with the Chinese stuff that I'm looking at. So the phone I'm vlogging on at the moment's got a 25 pixel camera facing, and going this way 50. The phone over there that I looked at, Xiaomi, is 200 that way with 8 gigabyte video and 4 gigabyte video as standard. This only gives me 1080p and 4 gigabyte of facial camera, but facing me doesn't give anything. Doesn't give anything, nowhere near that technology. Okay, it's a little bit older, this phone, but the technology from Google, you know Google is? It's that online, browser that everybody uses that makes billions, but is limiting what it can do with mobile phones. It's 120 gigabyte of RAM. You've got to be bloody joking. It's 512 here now. Well, soon phones coming out of China will be on 1 terabyte of information. 1 terabyte. It takes the Western countries years to get a bifolding phone, and we're already in the Philippines, which is supposedly a third world country. Well, I doubt that, because they're on a tri-folding phone that goes up to, 11 inches of screen space with very, very small bezels. And you can VPN, you can phone, you can voicemail, you can do everything everybody else is doing. And the other thing they offer you here is you don't have to be tied into Microsoft. You don't have to be tied into Google. You can go into Harmony, which is the Huawei brand. Okay, you turn around and say, well, they're going to take your technology. Well, what technology are you going to take from me? I walk around the mall? That's not technology, is it? They're looking for big governments that can't turn around and keep ahead of technology. And that is the scary factor. If you are a global player, you can offer people better value for money social media, and it costs less, which is what people are looking for. They're looking for their money to go further. They're not looking to pay top dollar for a phone that's 4 years out of date. It's amazing. Anyway, that's my rant. I'm going over here to get an ice cream. Yeah, made in the Philippines. That only cost me 175 peso for a large ice cream. So so technology in the Philippines is Chinese led, not Western led, and it's, for me, I've been using Western style phones for the last 20 odd years. My next phone will most probably be a Xiaomi, because I get more for my £250, and I mean more. I get 512. I get 200 megapixel cameras that are made by Leica, German manufacturer, German lenses, not Chinese. I get a Snapdragon 8 chip, made in Korea, not in China. But can you trust the advertising? I don't know. Can you trust what they're actually telling you? No. Are the powers to be that sit at the top of the tree, telling you the truth? Amazing. Look at that. Chinese car. There's a BYD over there. This is what I find strange. You've got a BYD truck over there that is made in China, but it's exactly the same price as a Ford Ranger. 2.5 million peso. If labour is cheaper in China, why aren't their cars cheaper? Well, because the people will pay for a car that is the same as a Ford Ranger, but is better, because the parts are cheaper when it goes wrong in the Philippines than importing parts from the US. That's the crux of the matter. You know, you get tied into a car and it will devalue and depreciate by 50%. I don't know how fast a battery car will depreciate. 60%, 70%, I don't really know. But it's there, it's food for thought. But all the things you see in these shops, they're all coming from China. Marks and Spencer's, that comes from the UK, used to buy its clothes from India and Pakistan and Bangladesh, but because they were still charging too much money for clothes, so it closed. Sorry for the pun. Closed clothes. Anyway, American Eagle over there did exactly the same. Was buying its clothes in the third world, charging Western prices. Nobody bought anything. It closed. Forever 21 is going to be turned into a healthy option shop. Exactly the same. Purchased its clothes from Canada, US, Europe, but charged Western prices. Philippine people don't want to pay that. So what happens? They go out of business, and the cheap import clothes, which is where everybody's buying them, ship those clothes directly into the Philippines. Anyway, I'm going to get my ice cream. Here we go. Food for thought, guys. Food for thought. Should you keep up paying $2,000 for a phone, or can you get a just as good phone from Xiaomi or Huawei? This man's looking for Stracciatella. No Stracciatella? You have Stracciolini?
Stracciolini with strawberry crumble only.
Oh, blueberry? I have blueberry. Thank you very much.
How about coffee, sir?
Coffee, please, ma'am. Thank you. So there we go. They've got their coffee machine fixed. They got a bigger one now, more robust. It's using that little sachet things you put in. Very, very nice. Gonna have a coffee, and I'm going to have my. Oh, went to the bank today. Well, I went to the cash machine. The cash machine's got some money in it today. Yeah. And what's he got? I got my money out in 100s. Some days I go there and it's got no money, and the next day it's paying me out in 100s. So I look like I've got this sexual fantasy happening in my shorts pockets, but it's not. It's just a bulge of all the pesos. It's just a bulge of all the pesos. Oh, stop being a pervert, Gary. There we go. Right, I'm going to enjoy my ice cream. Take care, guys. Life in Davao City. Oh, look at that. Blueberry, blueberry, blueberry.